That's right. I'm a threat out there, you know. Yeah, and the Taysom Hill package continues to evolve. So at some point, I don't know, I might be catching a pass. We'll see.
What was that like after the record and your family's right there? Obviously, you were
Yeah,
shocked. Can you just explain the emotions?
yeah. Well, first of all, just coming into the game, obviously knowing that it's there and it's possible, and just trying to stay very focused on the game and just executing, each play one at a time, but knowing that, slowly you're creeping closer and closer, and just not knowing when or how that's going to happen, and what's going to be transpiring in the game, and just the momentum and just different things, right? And so when we tried out there for the 2-minute drive, I knew we were within striking distance. Felt like, uh, if we threw a bunch of balls all the way down the field, if all those were passing yards, then we'd probably eclipse the record, and didn't know what was going to happen on the first play to Traquan, but I don't think it could have happened in any better fashion than it did, and to have then that moment with my teammates on the field, the offensive line, I mean, it played out even greater than I ever could have imagined. I tried to rehearse the scenario in my mind this week, just so I could, just so I could really focus on the game. But to then have the moment with Sean and Mr. Baker from the Hall of Fame, and then my boys and my wife Brittany and my daughter Rylan, that was just, it was incredible. Yeah. Yeah, so in Ted Ginn's absence, Traquan stepped in and did a magnificent job. Obviously had 2 really big catches tonight for touchdowns. So credit to him, and just the way that he's come along here in his rookie season, really made a ton of progress, and each and every week, especially within the last couple weeks, just feeling like, man, this kid can really help us, can really be a big part of our offense. Just need to continue to evolve, and we've got some other pieces as well. We got Mark Ingram back. Cam Meredith is coming along, and so we've, I feel like we've got a lot of weapons. I feel like we have a lot of ways to spread the ball around and be really productive. I did. In true Peyton fashion, it's he always is very creative. But I appreciate. Spoke with Favre, 2 weeks ago, after the completion record, after we did that in Atlanta, and then I'd gotten a text from Peyton and Archie and Cooper, and spoke to Eli last week, and really got, I guess, best wishes from the whole family. So that was really classy.
With Mr. Baker, whether it's at the Hall of Fame induction ceremony or in the hotel room, white gloves, or is there something that makes players emotional?
Yeah, I mean, it's usually good news, right? um, it's hard for me to reflect too much right now, just because my career's not done. There are still goals to be accomplished. There's still challenges to be met, and so I'm still very focused on that. And yet, when something like this happens, and I can, there's so many people that are responsible for that can be a part of that. It makes me happy. It makes me proud, and it makes me extremely grateful for the opportunity to play this game, to have played it as long as I've been able to play it, to have wound up here in New Orleans, which you all know that story. So it's been an unbelievable journey, and I'm just so grateful. No, yeah, I mean, I listen, I broke down and cried a bunch of times this week. I mean, just thinking about so many things. I mean, I feel like when you have kids too, you can get more emotional. Just because I get emotional when I think about them, and being a father is obviously the greatest responsibility in the world, and I want to be the best father that I can be for them. I want to set the best example I can for them at all times. But I think about all the people who have influenced my life in such a powerful way, and there were so many of those people that were here tonight, that witnessed this. So many people that I spoke to this week that are a part of this, and so many others still that I've yet to had a chance to reach out to, and that time will come. But two of the people that had the biggest influence on my football career, certainly, and who I am growing up, are my mom and my grandfather, and they're in heaven. They're no longer here, but I know that they would be proud. I know they're watching down on me, looking down on me, watching over me at all times, and my kids as well. And so, you start thinking about a lot of things when it actually happens. Yeah. Well, my kids motivate me to be better, because when I throw the ball to my son Callan on the couch, he always tells me I'm not throwing it in the right place. Don't you, Callan? I say, come on, Dad, not here. I want it here. He wants like the outstretched one-handed catch on the couch. So, they're my toughest critics. So they keep me honest. Oh, I mean, it's 13 years brings back a lot of emotion, or a lot of memories, and a rush of emotions. I love this city, love this fan base, love the Superdome, love the environment that our fans create on a weekly basis when we play here, and there's really no fan base like it. I mean, it obviously the bond that we share as a team with our fan base is unlike any other, I think, in all of professional sports. And they're just so passionate, and I wanted this as much for them as anybody. No, it was really a new play, a new thought, just this idea that you kind of flood a zone, and maybe somebody pops open, and that's basically what happened on that play. There was a lot of we kind of threw Alvin out there, threw Mike out there, and just started, running guys all over the place, and I think might have got them a little bit confused, and Traquan popped wide open. That's a gift from the QBs. Are you talking about in the bag, or are you talking about what he's holding? Well, that's a bottle of tequila. So we'll enjoy that when the time comes. No, just I think last time I checked it was 178 text messages. So we'll take this bye week to get through all those. All good? Thanks, guys.
A little bit of applause.